Hello and welcome. My name is Baba Yooba, and I'm welcoming you again to this channel where we will be talking together regarding a topic addressing the issue of fasting, if it is existing or such a thing have a place in African spirituality. But before we move on today, we'd like to give kudos to our ancestors who have gone ahead of us, who have done this kind of thing that we are doing today. We ask that their energies and the wisdom available for them in their days be available for us also, so we don't go astray and so we don't mislead each other. We open up the universe today with every sense of humility, and we ask that the right utterance come for us. Elaboru, elaboye, elabo ṣíṣe. Ìbá lára ìbá jẹrò àti ọ̀rọ̀gún lè là, ìbá ìgbọ́ràn àwọ̀ ẹbọ rírú. Lónìí, àwa dojú ewé tí ń lékè omi o. Lónìí, adòṣíbàtà tí ń lékè odò. Lónìí, adigunugún tí ń lékè ọdún. Lónìí, adàkàlàmàgbò tí ń lékè oṣù. Lónìí o, adòjò pẹ̀pẹ̀pẹ̀ tí ń lékè ilẹ̀. Adòòrùn tí ń kàntàrí. Káwọ má di ẹni àfọwọ́rọ́ sẹ́yìn. Àṣẹ. Kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Greetings to everyone who is saying hello to us. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. I want you to go ahead and share with your friends and family. I was sent a notice again that we have been blocked indefinitely on Facebook from broadcasting on Facebook, our Facebook platforms. So for those who are waiting for us on Facebook, again, we have been blocked. Sometimes when they put us in Facebook jail like that, we could spend a month, we could spend 2 weeks or so, for whatever reason they have. But we will continue. We will continue. So, the concept of fasting, is it in existence in African spirituality? The African spiritualists, are we to fast? Are we to fast? And what is the significance of fasting for us as people? Someone might have been asking. And this question also seemed like the person who asked if African spirituality dictate or demand for us to be vegetarian. I want you to do the technical check with me. If you can hear me loud and clear, can you give me a thumb up or a yes? If you can hear me loud and clear. Let's do this together. If you can hear me loud and clear, just give me a yes. Let me see. All right, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me do something briefly before we continue. I'd like to play an advert. This advert is one of the courses that we are running to better give us understanding as people. And I'm playing it because we are running to the end of the registration. It's about the water mastery class. So I put the video off now, and then this come up. Okay. All right, so that's the advert regarding African spirituality, one of the courses we are running, which is water mastery class. In water mastery class, what you should be looking out for supposed to be how to maximize the potential of water. Either you are of that element or you are not. How you can activate the memories in water, and also how you as a person can send water on errand. There will be few incantations regarding how you can activate water for healing, and also how you can manipulate water for other stuff. Because we believe strongly that all elements of nature exist in their ultimate state of intelligence. And this is the reason why we always do teaching by saying, you do not worship these things. It does not bring greatness to African spirituality that you as a human being will go to the forest and then you will cut down a tree and then you will carve it and then you will bow to it. It doesn't make sense at all. Or that you as a human being will go to the waterside and then you will begin to now worship water. The concept of worship is too great a concept in African spirituality. Unfortunately, a lot of people do not know. We practice African spirituality in ignorance. So I often say to the traditionalists when we sit together, that teach people how to maximize other elements of nature, not as a master, but as someone who wants to know. So we speak to water, we speak to fire, we speak to air, we speak to earth, we speak to trees, we speak and we relate with animals. When I say animals now, I don't mean it in a condescending manner, because they also possess their own intelligence and they are spirited also. And so the animal cruelty is not a thing that should be promoted in African spirituality. And one of the elements of nature, which is very paramount to you and I, very, very essential to us, without which we can be messed up in a jiffy, is water. And you've taken it for granted too much and too long. You can't be existing in a world filled with water and then you'll be sick. I'm not saying sickness can't come, but I'm saying, can you get your healing back just by knowing how to speak and how to make use of water? So the water mastery class will teach us how to have a quality bath with water, how to drink water, how to speak to water, how to hear or listen from water, and what water is and the importance of water. So all you have to do is just to visit the link below and then do the necessary registration. You will be given instruction on how to go about it, and you can send your payment receipt to the link at the top, and we'll get you registered immediately. Let's move on to the topic of the day. Today we will address the question that is asking about fasting in African spirituality, and also using the opportunity to talk about the vegetarianism, if it is a spiritual exercise. Being a vegetarian Does it have any spiritual consequence in you? So I wouldn't say yes and I wouldn't say no. You must know that when it comes to eating and drinking, everything starts and ends with your physical anatomy. Physical anatomy, which is your body. When you are dehydrated, you will feel the consequences immediately. It is not because you are no more spiritual. That you are not able to walk well or you are having headache. It is not because you are no more spiritual that you are having broken lips and broken fingers and all that. And so many other ailments use that opportunity to creep into your body. It is because you have decided not to use your common sense. Common sense to give unto the body what the body needs. So being a vegetarian does not have a spiritual consequence at all. It is a lifestyle. A lifestyle which you can embrace or reject depending on what fits your body system. There are some people who are lactose intolerant. Their body cannot take in some vitamins or some minerals or elements in food. Yes, they still need to be alive, so we find alternative for them. So those who are not lactose intolerant and decided to eat things that carry lactose are not more or less spiritual to those who are lactose intolerant. If you have chosen in your life to not eat meat just to attain some level of well-being and health, do not ever make it a doctrine for other people on which or on whom you have influence, and so create a religion around what works for only you. I see that going on a lot in our lives, and people getting enslaved because of what works for some or what doesn't work for them, and they choose to want to live their life like that. For example, I'm a lover of black because my ori chose to. If you gather 10 babalawos together, you see them putting on white, maybe to show their purity of heart and all that, and you will only find me putting on black. And there's no point in time that I will ever make divination for you or try to gather you together and tell you that everyone who listens to me should wear what I wear. Because what works for me might not work for you. And what works for us have a lot to do with our well-being first before our spirituality. So I want you to listen carefully today. There may be health benefits in being a vegetarian, but there are some people whom your own lifestyle as a vegetarian will greatly affect their own health. The fact that the day you started being a vegetarian, your nose and your ability to receive or become sensitive got so high does not mean those who are not vegetarians are not also getting the right kind of information from the universe according to their pace. So you don't go and make religion out of your own customized lifestyle. So I see a lot of people who strongly want to attach African spirituality to being a vegetarian. No. It may be helpful, but it has nothing to do with your spirituality. However, does that mean that we can consume all foods? No. And what does it mean when you go for divination and your divinity is saying you cannot eat this, you cannot eat that? Come, uh, let us tell each other the truth today. And the truth is that everything is edible for you. Everything at all that you desire. And the truth is that you can marry anybody at all. Doesn't matter their color, doesn't matter their skin, it doesn't matter. There is no specific person created for you by some sky god as the bone of your bone or flesh of your flesh. If you people want to start a vampire life and be looking for flesh and blood to be sucking and be cracking, push yourself away. This is African spirituality. Nobody is your bone, nobody is your flesh. Everyone is a produce of the earth. We are all a product of what we eat, isn't it? I'm sure most of you are looking for bone of bone and flesh of flesh. Will never see someone who is ugly or does not meet your specification as your flesh of flesh and bone of bone. If you want to read biology, go to school. You don't use that as a prerequisite to pick wife. The only prerequisite to pick a woman has to do with, first, if their own element will not antagonize or counteract your own element. And then if you have enough experience in human handling or human resources management to coexist with them. And when we now go back to the element pairing, you will see that we are still coming back to human resources management. So we are what we are for a reason. We are the way we are for a reason. We behave the way we behave for a certain reason. A person who occur violent to you, to me, I see them as passionate. They are passionate or as they are to you because of something called element. Those who feel like you think they are laid back, just dragging and all that, they are what they are because of their element. Now, African spirituality avails us the understanding of element and pairing and which one works for others so that there won't be much problem in the future. So also when it comes to food intake. Some food naturally work for some people of a certain category of element. Whereas if some take some food, it's like eating themselves because it goes against their wiring, their configuration and makeup. And so we advise them, you can eat it, but if you want a higher performance in life, please stop eating this. Especially when the person is facing challenges. Just like we have things that we react to. You have drugs you react to. The drugs you react to, I might not be reacting to it. So the fact that you react to that vaccine does not mean that it's not good for us all. We will find another version or variant for you. So stop using your own lifestyle or what works for you as a yardstick for others. Let them also live their life. I'm talking to the so-called spiritual leaders. these babalawos, Now we talk about fasting. The fasting, does it have any significant effect in our spirituality? Or is there a place of fasting in African spirituality? This is where I would like to tell you that except you are broke, except you are broke, excuse me, or you have been told to refrain from a certain food because of their effect on your life, either in your anatomy, which is your present temple, this casing, or the way they can trigger some things in your spiritual or divinity. My brother and my sister, eat as much as you can. Eat as much as you can. And you can eat all year round. Your body needs food, and food needs your body. There are 3 inheritance you have in life. Listen, 3, just 3 things that is your gain in life. Number 1 is what you eat. Toro tomakuo, you will soon die. Eh? I'm not saying you will die tonight, but I'm saying before you know, time is gone. Your time is, Number 2 is what you drink. So drink as much as you can. Remember that when I say drink, I didn't say drink alcohol or don't drink alcohol, but drink something nice. Number 3 thing that is your gain in life. Is the good you do to others. The goodness that you show others, irrespective of how they pay you back. Because that's the story you are telling about your life, the memory you will become in the future. There is no part of Ifa, indigenous faith of African people, that demand of you starvation or any form of hunger strike. People who say you should go on 100-day fasting, 50-day fasting, know that they will soon collect your first income or first salary. They know they need your money. So when they give you fasting by saying God said you should, they know you will have money to save when they have a need for it. And those who look up to the moon to tell them when to eat or not, they will not value their life is now. It is easy for the moon to tell them start fasting. And then they have to look up to the moon again to say, and you see that they are doing it out of force because they can't wait to stop. We do not observe Lent or Ramadan in African spirituality because we don't know this concept. These concepts are alien to us. We have no hand in it. What is fasting itself so that you will know if you should or not? What is fasting? When we finish defining fasting, you will realize that there is no concept of religion or static way of doing it. Fasting is an express instruction from the universe on what to do and not to do. Fasting is an express instruction from the universe on what to do and not to do, provided you have attained the level where you understand that obedience is the sacrifice. There's anything I've learned in this Togo that I came, it is to constantly drink. To constantly drink. Fasting is an express instruction from the universe on what to do and not to do, provided you have pushed yourself to the point of maturity where you understand that obedience is the sacrifice. Fasting has little or nothing to do with eating or no eating. So when you understand the concept of fasting, you will realize that the universe requests of you a fasted life, a life that is constantly being fasted. And you know what the name implies. To be fast is to have speed, to gain speed. You will only gain speed if you have direction. The right direction gives you accurate speed. So you don't keep trying and encountering error. There's no try and error, provided that you have decided that the obedience is going to be the sacrifice. We are raising matured man here, spiritual people who understand that no one should dictate for them how their life should go. So when fasting is seen in that way, you would realize that sometimes what you knew before as self-control, which we have taught that is not self-control, that it is denial, is now going to be your way of life, because constantly what you think is right or you want is not what you need. Please keep your question till later. There is time for question. There is time to listen. If you don't want to be banned from this platform. So we're going to cite few examples to draw the point home. That there is this beautiful cloth you love to wear. You've ironed it. You are all set for the occasion. And you hear an express instruction within you in your divinity: don't wear this clothes tomorrow. A person who lives a fasted life will obey, because you never can tell. If peradventure you wear the cloth to the place of your appointment, maybe the person who want to hand it over to you don't like that kind of color, or it's against their own divinity. Little thing triggers people. Little thing trigger people. If you had obeyed, you have given the universe the right amounts of sacrifice to get what you need. If you disobey, you will keep going to Babalawo to make divination for you on why you are always facing rejection. Meanwhile, what is requested or what is required of you is only to fast regarding that particular color of cloth. A lot of people have lost their lives only because they choose not to fast in regards to their movement, where they have this overwhelmingly feeling that it is not right to step out today. And because they believe in the blood of Jesus, they cover themselves with that blood, and their life themselves become bloody at the end of the day. So we say this thing, this instinct or intuition that teaches us to live a fasted life, is it only available for those who practice African spirituality? No, it is available for everyone. Just as some people credit it to one Holy Spirit, other people credit it to one Allah or whatever. And so, what is the difference between you and those who call the spiritualist? Ability to submit your life to a fasted one. You would have saved your life if you obey that particular intuition telling you not to go into that relationship. You would have saved yourself a lot of investment if you have stopped that relationship at that point when you begin to lose the peace of mind in you. But because you love the sexual intercourse it brings, because you are tired of the status of being called single, you will sacrifice yourself instead of obeying. Fasting. Only a fool think that fasting is limited to eating. So those things they do 40 days or 30 days in a year, I call it starvation. Because to start with, if there is a God indeed, which you call your Allah or your master, the Muslim call God their master because they feel they are slaves to God. The Christian call God their father because they say they are children of God. If you have a father from whom you have to starve yourself to get a thing, that's a bad father. Are you with me? Torí pé pátápátá là ń fọ́jú, kùmọ̀kùmọ̀ là ń dẹ́tẹ̀. Tá a bá fọ́jú kan tá a fọ́ mi, ìjà ló ń dálẹ̀. If you have a father that you have to starve yourself to request a thing from, that's a stupid father. That's a bastard father. Even you are a bastard. So for the Muslim, they say their masters told them to fast. It is the responsibility of a master to provide for the daily need of the slaves under him, except he is punishing them. Except you have done something wrong and you deserve punishment. Your master, even as a slave, is not supposed to deny you of food. Even if it is crumbs, he should be able to give to you. Ṣé ẹ ronú bí mo ṣe ronú? Nǹkan tí mò ń rí ṣé ẹ rí? Ẹ ṣé. And so in African spirituality, we don't worship the sky god. We don't worship the moon god. So we have relationship with the sun? Yes. Do we have relationship with the moon? Yes. How? We speak to them. And they speak to us because we read signs and omen. A lot of people today are going through medical conditions only because they do not want to live a fasted life. Sometimes there are some health condition that is reversible only if you begin to reduce some things that you eat. Some of you are even eating things that you're spiritually allergic to. In other words, if I say eat as much as you can, am I saying eat uncontrollably? No. You must know what works for you. What doesn't work for you? I know alcohol doesn't work for me, so I don't go near. I know cigarette doesn't work for me, I don't go near it. That's not my source of temptation. But you see, some people are living such a reckless life that while they are jogging on the street trying to lose some weight, when you check their laps, they strap on Coca-Cola there. When you check their arm, they strap on some sausage there. While they are going, they are eating and drinking and eating and drinking. And I say, what are you doing? Say, I'm trying to lose weight. Weight will lose you. Weight will lose you. Weight will soon lose you. And that's why you see your pastor said your imam dying of obesity and some kind of cholesterol, uncontrollable cholesterol, and diabetes everywhere. You can't collect everything from everybody. So somebody came and said, Daddy, this is a pack of juice, take it. Daddy, this is a pack of this, take it. Daddy, because you think the way it comes to you is not the way you take it in. Sometimes you have to be very careful of what they call blessing. Iṣẹ́ ìpá àyàn o, ayọ̀ báyìí ìlà kèrè fi ṣẹ́ ń tàn. Ọmọ ṣọ́gbà ló, ó sì mọ wojú. So you open the fridge of your father in the Lord, everywhere is juice, 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 juice. When father in the Lord wake up in the midnight, it's juice. When they wake up in the morning, it's juice. When they want to think, it's juice. When they go for a burial, they pack their own food separately. When they go for wedding, they pack their own cooler of rice separately. And then you look at them. Àwọn oníjẹwùrù. These are the people who tells you not to eat. Now look at their lifestyle. Ìkóra ẹni níjàánu. Putting a rein over your desire as a person. Sometimes fasting gets into your bedroom. This is you. This is the woman of your life. But somehow the universe is beckoning on you to reserve your sexual energy. Bí èèyàn ṣe rí ìdíkọ́ ní ṣe ń do o. Bá a ti rí fùrọ̀kọ́ la ṣe ń bẹ̀lú o. It's not every time, yeah, baby, I can't wait to see you. Every time, back. Reserve yourself a little. The availability of a vagina does not give you right to enter it at all times. It's mine. Now look at you. Gbogbo ọ̀pá ẹ̀yìn ti lọ. O ti darúgbó kó o tó dàgbà. You cannot see a man that is fine and beautiful and it's dàbò mi dàbò. Now kẹ̀kẹ́ ti bàjẹ́ báyìí kò ṣe é tún tò. All your waste is now when you are working, you now be doing as if Spider-Man is trying to rescue Rose. What they call fasting goes beyond what you take as food. Fasting now helps you to preserve both your anatomic energy and also your divine energy. Ability to know when to and not to do a thing. Knowing fully well that the sacrifice to the universe is the obedience to that thing that is telling you don't do this. To the young men out there, it's women that toast me, it's women that come at me. Everywhere I go like this, they are always coming. Anywhere I go, a method that can answer. Gbogbo ejò kọ́ ni jíjẹ o. Kó o má lọ lè gbé ijó padà há ẹ lọ́nà fún o. Learn to say no sometimes. It's not every woman you will say yes to. I know men are not used to seeing women coming all over them, so they mess up that. Learn to say no. Sister Shukura, no. Auntie Janet, no. Madam Bisi, no. Don't turn me to fuel station. I'm not a filling station. Everywhere you bring your tank, you want me to put my nozzle on it. Ilé epo àgbẹ̀. Ilé epo àgbẹ̀. Bára bá bàjẹ́ tán alára ló padà dà. At the end of the day, these women will leave you behind. You are the one the society is expecting to be this and that. Look at your life. You have used your destiny to do porn up, to do sexual intercourse everywhere. Ó wá di bàbá fúrúgbìn. Bó ti ń fọn sórí àpáta ló ń fọn sórí ilẹ̀ ọlọ́ràá. Àfi fàràfùrù. Ninja. This thing they call fasting now begins to talk about your self-denial. What are you willing to deny yourself of so that you can be fast in life? Kọ́ má padà kú sórí ó ṣe o, kọ́ má padà kú sórí ó jìyà o. So that you don't keep looking at your mate in the front and say, how are they doing it? I'm not saying the concept of waiting for your time is not there, but I'm saying while you are waiting, are you waiting as a fasted person? Are you waiting as a fasted person? Are you keeping yourself and positioning it in such a way that when the right time comes, it doesn't come to meet you damaged? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín ti damage. It's not every investment you now dabble into. They say you did not ask your Ori what you should sell. All you are asking is what is selling. The fact that it's selling for them does not mean it will sell for you. It's real estate that is raining now. Everybody, short. Can you see your life now? Can you see? America is where everything is peaceful now. We are going. So you put all the document together, Oluwole and plot. You get to America now. Look at your life. You are frustrated. The people you left behind, they are still the one to house you when you come home. Fasting. Is it the place for you to go? Is your Ori putting you in that place? Ability to know where to go, what to eat, what to do and not to do at a time. That is the true fasting. Because the effect of every fasting is to push your life forward in a geometric ratio very fast. And do you know the thing? When you want to push yourself forward, you have to leave some weight behind. You can't put your eyes in everything. You can't be everywhere. You can't be everyone's friend. You can't invest in every investment. You can't be this and that. So they said it's Bitcoin, it's Dogecoin, it's this coin. And they said because Elon Musk is talking about it, you went to put all your life saving and you think the greatest influencer in the world, you put it, oh, your gear engineer, because you're. See, let me tell you, they say the next billionaires will be coming from those who invest in Bitcoin today. Not everyone will become a billionaire through Bitcoin. People have been becoming a billionaire before Bitcoin came. So they say it's farming that is reigning in Africa now. Everybody want to do farming. If everybody do farming, who will eat the thing that we are farming? This concept of uniformity, forbid it in your own life. Everyone is going to science class. I too must be in science class. Has led many people to earn certificate that is useless to them. You have certificate, but you are not certified. Fasting in African spirituality, what is that concept? That is what I'm telling you. Oh, ní kábàámọ̀ o, ò ní jẹgungun kẹ́yìn ẹran o, ò ní wàkísà kẹ́yìn aṣọ o, ò ní gbénú ìṣẹ́pìtàn ọ̀rọ̀ o. Àdúrà mọ̀ ń gbà fún ọ tó bá wọn kọ́ ṣàṣẹ. It is only meant to come to pass in the life of those who live a fasted life. Not all of us will sit in an office and be doing computer or whatever. Fasting is knowing when to resign from that employer so that you can become one yourself. And let me tell you something, those who live a fasted life are constantly taking risks that others cannot take. Because the fact that it's coming from the universe does not mean it will shake you and get you scared. Those who live a fasted life must constantly face what we call persecution, because when the old world is going that way, people who live a fasted life are going this way. They don't follow the public opinion. And people who don't vote for the majority opinion, they get chastised by the public. It takes confidence and extra courage to live a fasted life. Why are you not barbing your hair like others? Why have you refused someone to touch your hair? Are you into cult now? Why do you always wear black everywhere? Oh, you this bastard and vagabond. You were born in Islam, you went to Christianity, now you are into African spirituality. You don't know what you are going to because you don't know where you are going to next. Fasting. Fasting. So in African spirituality, it is not about what you eat or not eat. Surely everyone must have what they can eat, what they can't eat. But it is not reduced to food. Fasting talks about every single step you take. Is it the right time to take it? Are you taking it in the right direction? Fasting also helps you to moderate the association you keep, the people you call friends, and places you go to. So this fasting now goes beyond self-denial to also into life denial. Surely you have what you want to use your life for. But when you live a fasted life, you realize that your life doesn't become yours or is not your own anymore. So you begin to have dreams. Remember that dreams are not what you have when you are sleeping. Dreams is what keep you awake all night, get you on the street all day. Fasting avail you the ability to know when to stop and what to start. A ò ní ṣorí gbé o, a ò ní ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé o, a ò ní tójú ilẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o. It is for those who know how to fast. Say you want to do 40-day dry fasting. Ó máa yá wèrè lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ni. Kò sí àní àìní. Àfi tó bá lọ ń jí oúnjẹ àti ó ń jí omi mu. And at the end of the day, you'll be seeing what you should not see because your brain has been affected. Your body needs food. It needs water. It is only foolish of you to say a tree should fast. A tree cannot fast and not dry up. A tree that fasts will dry up. I'm not talking about the fasting we described. I'm talking about the fasting you do. If a tree denies itself of the normal nutrient from the earth, it will dry up. If the water denies itself from fluid, it will also dry up. The same that happened to you. Not dry up, although not all food can you take. Not everything is consumable by you. But don't limit what you call fasting to eating or not eating. Apply fasting into your life also. Sometimes what you call my spec will approach you and you'll be hearing a voice within you saying to you, this is not the way. Move ahead. Would you be able to listen? So people who are looking for speed in life, but are not ready to deny themselves of some things, as detected by the universe or their divination, they can never be fast. No speed. No speed. Wọ́n ní ká ṣe bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe kó lè bá a rí bí ó ti rí. Let's do it the way they do it. Or let's do it the way it should be done so that it will be the way it should be. A lot of you are not willing to do it the way it should be done. You just want to do it the way you know how to. So in African spirituality, we don't deny ourselves of food or drink just because we need something. we also come into the understanding that every single month, your body itself will give you signal to not eat a thing. When it comes to body cleansing, your body is capable of cleansing itself of every dirt, except you don't listen to it. There are days of the week, there are days in the month that you will not have appetite. And it's normal. You are not sick. Some people find it strange that they are not having appetite. So they will go and be taking vitamin B complex. Is it a must for you to eat? The one you have eaten, the body have not finished breaking it down. You have not finished expending it. You ate last night, only two. A morsel of eba that looks like Mount Olive, you finish it with a bowl of vegetable. Early in the morning, your wife is telling you to take breakfast by force. You are also saying, yeah, breakfast. So look at your tummy now, like a pregnant woman. You think when you are fat, that's when people have different stature. We don't do body shaming. But I'm talking about those who think if they don't add some reasonable amount of fat in their body, they are not going to be respected. And so they consume everything consumable. You overwork your intestine, you overwork your liver, you overwork your kidneys, you overwork every organ in your body, and those things cannot take it anymore, so they break down. You will now come and be asking us for money to donate another one for you. Is it not juju that is worrying you? You must learn to understand your body. Your body can tell you when it is not in need of food. If you still find it irresistible to go and take that chocolate by your door, by your fridge, when you wake up to pee in the night, in conscious, something is wrong with you. So some of you, the greatest temptation of your life is to pass by your fridge, your refrigerator. So you go to the mall and you shop so many junks in it. Junks that are filled with so many additives, junks filled with so many preservatives, junks filled with this and that, and you just load it up. Your fridge, your refrigerator now look like a photo studio. All colors are present there. We look at it, there is no fruit. There are no vegetables. Everything painted in yellow, red, everything painted in all kind of color. So when we are praying for long life, you too will say Ashe. But you have committed suicide already. Your suicide is in your refrigerator. So when your system goes down, you will now come to Ifa and be saying, so they attack you from village. You attack yourself. Witches and wizards are not against you. You are the one who attacked yourself. So you practically walk yourself to the mall to go and buy arrow from your father's house with your own money and put it in the refrigerator for up. You now begin to shoot at yourself. Ìyẹn ti àtó some of you. Tẹ́gbọ́n tó bá ti fún yín ní barbecue kan wá gbé yín lọ jẹ ni. The tour guide in this place was talking to me about how guys in Togo, when they take a lady to go and eat fish or buy coffee, they will say, let's go and rest. So the rest means that they should go and have sexual intercourse somewhere. So it is a usual thing that when you go out, they will now say, after eating, the two people rest. I say, what rest is in having sex with a woman? Ìdúró sí ìbẹ̀rù sí fẹ́ni tó gbódó mi bí iṣẹ́ ò lè ní àgàgà sexual intercourse pé èèyàn jíṣe àwọn èèyàn máa ń jíṣe yẹn bí ìgbà téèyàn attack téèyàn bọ́gù lé ló ṣe máa ń rí. So they will use barbecue to sleep with you. They want to sleep with you. They will use pizza to sleep with you. They will use coffee to sleep with you. They will, oh no. And I heard recently that the next way, another way to even pick up a lady is to say, come to my house. Let's watch Netflix and chill. There is popcorn. Ẹ̀yin karambà ní ọmọ yìí. Ṣé báyìí ṣe rí ńgbà tójú là ní? Ṣé ó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Sorry, I'm not attacking anybody here. Those who know me knows that we try to be as practical as possible and also just laugh it off. Tó bá ti róúnjẹ, you'll be reaching orgasm. Some of you now be eating and you'll be rolling your eye like this. Oníjẹ òṣì, oúnjẹ ṣáà ni, for food only. You are eating, life is passing you by. Did we say you should not eat? Eat, but say live a life in such a way that nobody knows your weakness. Nobody knows your weakness. If your weakness is not known, to attack you will be hard. However, you yourself have become your weakness. So you practically go and store up the arrows from your father's house. And you put us through so many stress, going through so many organ damages and all that, gaining unnecessary fat and all, and living life without caution because you will not fast. I'm not saying fasting of Ramadan or Lent. I'm saying know what to put in your mouth or not. Do you even cherish this body at all? Do you love this body? Because without it, you are not existing. Your window and visa to exist in this plane is this body. How do you treat it? Somebody say, Baba, you love water too much. You eat small food and drink plenty water. And you always go to toilet and easy. I said, my doctor told me to go to toilet as many times as possible as I can. Either I feel like or I don't feel like. As I'm drinking the water, is washing stuff down. The one I don't need is passing it out. I said, is it your toilet or my toilet? Allow me, please. So the cleanest place in every house I ever stay must be the toilet. The cleanest place. If I come to your house, if your bedroom is not clean, make sure your toilet is clean. The life of a man does not comprise in the food he eats only. So your body is able to tell you when to stop eating, at least once or twice in a month. Sometimes you lose the appetite because the body is trying to tell you that, oh, when you mark me now, this man don't kill me. You are feeding me too much. I need to break down the ones in this body. There is a practice in spirituality that even taught us that until you are hungry, don't eat anything. That's my life. If I'm not hungry, I'm not eating. So when I see people eating, I ask them, are you really hungry? And they say, no, but because it's noon, I need to eat. Who told you you must eat at noon? Who told you that you must eat in the morning? Who gave you time and said this is the supper time or dinner time or whatever time? Who and who gathered together to make that meeting and say this is the time to do this? Except your body has broken down and you are on medication. Eat only when you are hungry, but drink even if you are not thirsty. Eat only when you are hungry. Does your body cause for it? Is it calling for it? Make sure your body is ready to decompose this thing and digest it before you feed it. Don't just go ahead. Oh, the life that many of you live, the life of a buffoon, the life of a glutton that many people live. So when people, the fact that I come to pay you visit does not mean you should give me food. Always ask me, Baba, are you hungry? Can I give you something? If I'm not hungry and you give me food, you will hate me, because out of respect, I'll just touch it and all that. And I'm never ashamed to not finish a food because I'm not hungry. Don't just assume that I'm hungry when I come to your house. And don't just go ahead and go and cook what you eat for me because I'm coming. Let me come. Ask me what I want to eat. Ask me what I want to eat. The fact that in your family, you people eat pork and cow meat and all of those things and blah blah does not mean I eat it. Yende. Yende. Let me arrive first. Ask me what do you want to eat. And truth is, if you don't have what I want to eat, I will never be angry. But it is a sin for me to visit your house and you don't have Gari Ijebu. I have Gari Ijebu steady. In case you don't have what I want to eat or what I love to eat, at least give me Gari to drink. That's why that time up. I might not even eat when I visit people's house. We are living a life of chaos, permanent chaos, individual chaos, independent chaos. And so we struggle to lose weight, we struggle to do this, we struggle to do that, we struggle to do blah blah. And then some even feel guilty that they have not eaten. Did your tummy call for it? And then you notice that there is always a point in a week or a point in a month that you'll be purging. Not every purging comes from eating something wrong. Sometimes your body is fed up of you. Your body is fed up of your gluttony activity and your buffalo kind of consumption. Before you kill the body now begin to flush out everything. Now say, látàárọ̀ ni mo ti ń gbọ̀gbẹ́, látàárọ̀ ni mo ti ń yàgbẹ́. O ò ṣe ní gbọ̀ngbẹ́. Jẹ́ pé gbogbo nǹkan ló ń gbọ́n mu, gbogbo nǹkan jíjẹ ni. So your body have this way of becoming lethargic sometimes to show you need to slow down. So when it comes to fasting and having no food, that kind of food denial, your body will take care of it. Except you have become blind or you have decided to deafen yourself to the request of your body. Surely as a mother, women here knows when a child is about to fall sick. They know. To you as a man, the child is still alienated. There's something in subconscious of women and their children. This is a child you birth. You've been watching this child all this time. You know the speed to which when you tell the child, take this to the kitchen, you are not intentionally watching. But there's this motherly instinct in you that tells you that Akane always use 2 seconds, 3 nanoseconds from the parlor to kitchen back and forth. There is that thing that is registered in you. When the child begins to use 2 seconds, 3 or 4 nanoseconds, and a normal mother already start feeling like, what is wrong with this baby? But a man, why not? He's still running now. A man will still feel, if the child is not, a man does not know that this child is not. But from the speed to the appetite to the agility of the child, even though the child is not down yet, the mother already knows the child is not as fast as people. The same way you should be the mother of your own body. Mother yourself. You know your speed before now. You know how hungry you are for food. It's the same thing that happened to you when you eat a certain food for too long. Your body now begin to reject it by losing appetite for that kind of food. So we as people must live ready. and consciously, and also be able to adapt to the notice and these notifications given to us by our instinct and intuition. Not only when it comes to eating, but only when it comes to relating with people. So the concept of betrayal does not come because you know who will betray you. You know someone who will mess you up. You can give them chance to prove it, but you would have prepared for it ahead. So things don't happen to you. These things happen for you. While they think they are stabbing you at the back, you already know that they are worthless beings and they will do what they have to do. So you have a plan B. So there is no lagging in your movement because you are living a fasted life. You already built a bridge across the chasm they created for you. So you'll be able to effectively work with both your foes and your friends. You know what they are up to. That's going to be the end of this teaching. If you have questions, this is the best time for you to now begin to put it up. And I'd like to remind you about our water mastery class. The registration fee is just $170 only. $170 only. And we'll be expecting as many students as possible in class. Registration will close on the 25th of May. On the 25th of May. On the 25th of May. And for more information, you can just go to our website to search for that, or reach me personally through the link that is above there, Baba Yooba, on Telegram. Thank you very much. If we have questions, this is the best time to now begin to ask it. Okay. Someone is saying, is it okay for women to fast during menstrual cycle? What is fasting? What is fasting? What is fasting? This fasting you are asking, is it a denial from food? And who condemn women be useful for everything, either physical or spiritual activity, either eating or not eating during their menstrual cycle? Does it mean you've not been listening? Another question, please. If you have other questions, it's the best time for you to put in your question now. Your question, please. What is a breakfast, lunch, and dinner are commercial strategy? You couldn't have said it any better. You couldn't have said it any better. All right. So, in the absence of questions, we can just maybe call it a day. That means I answered all questions during teaching. To contact me, you can follow the information that is scrolling underneath, and to join all our social media, Instagram, Facebook, Telegram also, African Spirituality Hub on Telegram. So where we talk about things that sometimes we can't talk about it on YouTube or internet. And we are trying our best to also come up with a private app upon which we'll be doing our broadcast in the nearest future. Because of the banning, most times people try, many times some of our people also report this particular YouTube channel to YouTube for banning. So many emails I get, so many litigation I had to settle all the time. The religious leader, the other fraudulent babalawo around who doesn't want people to be free. But Facebook is way more fragile, so it's easy for them to gather themselves together and report it. So we've been reported again on Facebook from broadcasting for, till further notice. We don't know what happened there. So always bring the truth to you, no matter how hard. So for you not to miss a thing, my advice to you is join all our other platforms, especially the Telegram platform. How you can join is to look for African Spirituality Hub on Telegram. African Spirituality Hub on Telegram. Or you follow this link that is in front of Online Shrine. Because every Sunday, statutorily, we meet 8 p.m. Nigerian time for 2 hours discussing things that matters to us. Thank you very much. I appreciate you too. And you are blessed. You are increased on all sides. You are elevated beyond your own imagination. Gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá tẹ̀ lónìí kó jẹ́lẹ̀ rí o. Gbogbo ilẹ̀kùn tẹ́ ẹ bá kàn lónìí kó ṣí fún yín dáadáa. Àjùṣe o, àjùṣe o, àjùṣe o. And we are also going to be using the medium to invite you to our New Year festival. New Year festival is going to be happening. Kibula New Year festival is going to be happening on the 3rd of July to the 5th of July. 3 days only. Kibula New Year festival happening 3rd of July to 5th of July, starting from 3rd of July to the 5th of July. And it's going to be happening in Ibadan. I want to show you a certain picture because we bought, or we are almost buying it out. We are almost buying it out. Please hold on there. I'm going to be showing you soon. I want to show you the venue that we're going to be using. The Akebula New Year Festival. By the way, to be part of us, you have to join the Telegram channel, African Spirituality Hub on Telegram. African Spirituality Hub on Telegram. And from there, you get the right and necessary information for you to be a partaker of this particular New Year festival. The festival is going to be filled with so many spiritual activities, which we'll be doing together and for one another. We're going to be having our Pan-African conference also. And then we're going to be doing community outreach alongside also. And remember, on this platform, we want to talk about a certain mountain that we want to acquire. This is the mountain. I'm not the one in the picture, but this mountain covers around 12 plots of land, which we have been able to acquire 8 out of it, and still bringing money together, contributing money to acquire the rest of the 4. So this mountain is about over 100 feet tall. Whatever we are going to be doing is going to be done on top of the mountain, at the peak of the mountain. All our activity will take place at the top of the mountain. And the mountain is either called Akebula Mountain or Orisha Mountain, which we have acquired by ourselves, by our voluntary donation and public funding. Our people are also buying lands around the place to ensure they also occupy it as a permanent residence. We are going to be having our New Year festival on the mountain. It's bigger than this actually, but this is the part I can cover for now. And then we hope strongly to see you there, and we hope that you will be there together with us to venerate the ancestors. It's happening on the 3rd of July. If you are coming from abroad, if you are coming from home, you need to tell us in the African Spirituality Hub so that we can direct you to the right group where you commence your registration. And for those who cannot join us, we are not broadcasting it on YouTube. There could be excerpts on YouTube, but the full event will be covered and will be broadcasted on Zoom, private Zoom. Again, if you are not in African Spirituality Hub, you can have access to how we run things there. Don't also forget to join other platforms that we have so that you can have updates on how things are going. We are doing amazing things as people. We are doing fantastic things. We are going back to the basics and we are doing it as it was done in the days of old. We are honoring the ancestors and bringing their name back and their effort back. And in so doing, we also believe that when we are gone, our descendants will also remember us that these people did it the way it should be done. Enough of you going to Mecca to go and be running around Kaaba. Enough of you going to Jerusalem to go and be looking for the ancestors of the Jews. Come around the mountain of the Orisha and have a place where you have connection with your ancestors gone and with the other Orishas who are alive. We believe that Akebulan is the spirit empire of the Orisha, and a t-shirt will be out and several other things. Thank you very much for joining today. And wherever you are, may the breeze of peace follow you. May you never regret picking up this way of life. May you realize yourself and may you maximize yourself. May you be drawn to you and may you be happy with you. May you fully discover who you are and may you use you to benefit you and those around you. Àṣẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Nítorí pé igbe kíké níṣẹ́ ẹyẹ lóko, fífọ̀ báyìí lágogo ọba ń fọhùn. Ẹnìkan epo ohùn mólógo lẹ́nu torí pínrín báyìí lológo ń jí. Ó hàn ní fi ẹ́ ṣàwátì ìgbè kan rè o. Àṣẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ire o.